Look at you. Just look at you. You are sitting there, scrolling through your feed, sipping on that overpriced, lukewarm latte, feeling absolutely invincible because it is the 5th of the month and your stable salary just hit your bank account. $3,000, $5,000. It does not matter the number. You feel safe, do you not? You feel like you have finally figured out the adulting game. You have a cubicle with your name on it, a LinkedIn profile that says Senior Specialist, and a boss who gives you a pat on the back once a year. Let me tell you something that is going to make that latte taste like battery acid. You are not stable. You are a high-functioning slave on a 30-day subscription model. If your company decides to pivot next Tuesday, or if an AI model can do your job for the price of a monthly electricity bill, your stability evaporates. It evaporates faster than a drop of water in the Sahara. I see guys like you every day. Let us call our star of the day Average Andy. I ran into Andy yesterday at the Starbucks across from the financial district. Andy was beaming. He just got a 5% raise. 5%. He was practically vibrating with joy. He told me, Joe, I finally did it. I am making $60,000 a year now. I am thinking about upgrading to the new Tesla. The monthly payment is only $800. I can totally swing that with my new stable income. I looked at Andy, then I looked at his fancy suit that he probably bought on a credit card, and I wanted to scream. I said, Andy, you idiot. You did not get a raise. You got a consolation prize for a race you are already losing. Think about it. While Andy is celebrating his 5% bump, the price of eggs is up 20%. Rent is up 15%. The cost of the electricity to charge that shiny new Tesla he wants, up 30%. Andy is not getting richer. He is getting officially poorer while being tricked into signing another debt contract. He is the fat banker's favorite type of victim, the one who thinks he is winning. Stop the video right now. Seriously. Open your banking app. Look at your balance, then look at your mandatory expenses for next month. Car loan, house loan. Now, imagine your boss calls you into a Zoom meeting in 10 minutes and says, we are heading in a different direction. How many days until you are homeless? 30? 60? If the answer is not forever, then you are not stable. You are just a guest in someone else's mansion, and the landlord is about to change the locks. You have been sold a lie, wrapped in a paycheck and tied with a corporate bow. Today, I am going to show you the rotting carcass of your financial future. Welcome to the operating table. Today's patient is your stable life. We are going to perform an autopsy on that paycheck. We want to see where the blood is actually leaking. Most people think a salary is a reward for hard work. Wrong. A salary is the drug your employer gives you to forget your dreams and ignore the fact that they are buying your life. Let us bring in our favorite villain, the fat banker. Picture this guy. He is sitting in a leather chair made of extinct animals. He loves you like a tick loves a fat, slow-moving dog. I sat down with a guy like this once. Let us call him Mr. Moneybags. He leaned back, blew a cloud of smoke in my face, and laughed. He said, Joe, do you know why the middle class is the greatest invention? Because they are the only group stupid enough to work 40 hours a week to pay us interest on things they do not own yet. The boss and the fat banker shaking hands behind a curtain, both holding bags of money. Flat 2D flash animation style, muted desaturated colors. Action, they whisper and laugh. BG, dark silhouettes. Camera, medium shot. Flat colors, no shading, no text. Your boss pays you just enough to stay stable, which means not quite poor enough to quit, but not rich enough to be free. The moment that money hits your account, the banker is standing there with a giant vacuum cleaner. Let us do a receipt autopsy. You make $5,000 a month. Sounds great on paper, right? But wait. Uncle Sam steps in first. He takes his 25% cut before you see a dime. Now you are at $3,750. Then comes the I deserve it tax. You live in a luxury apartment which is just a cardboard box with granite countertops. That is $1,800. You are down to $1,950. You have that shiny car in the driveway? That is $600 for the loan and $200 for insurance. You are at $1,150. Student loans? $400. You are at $750. Internet, phone, gym membership, and those 5 streaming apps? $250. You are left with $500. $500. That is your profit. That is $3.12 an hour of actual freedom you have earned. You are running a failing business, but you call it stability because the $5,000 comes in every month like clockwork. Here is the kicker. The banker knows as long as you have that $500 surplus, you are dangerous. You might build a parachute. So, what does he do? He invented lifestyle inflation. He puts an ad in your feed for a 75-inch television. He sends you a pre-approved credit card with a $20,000 limit. He creates a culture of spending. Suddenly, that $500 surplus disappears into a new monthly payment. And just like that, the trap snaps shut. You cannot quit your job now. You have obligations. You are a prisoner of your own furniture. You are on a treadmill that is powered by the banker's yacht. The faster you run, the more fuel he gets. Fast forward 20 years. Welcome to the year 2045. You are 45 years old now. How does it feel? Your back hurts a little more in the morning, your hair is thinning, and your stable career has hit a ceiling. You have been a loyal soldier for 2 decades. You have stayed late, you have hit your KPIs, and navigated office politics. You think you are a veteran. You think you are indispensable. Let us check in on Average Andy at 45. He is sitting in his suburban house, the one he still owes the bank $400,000 on. He is looking at his teenage daughter's college tuition bill, and he is sweating. Why is he sweating? Because he just got an email from HR. The subject line says organizational restructuring. In corporate language, that means we found an AI agent and a 22-year-old kid in Bangalore who can do your job. The boss does not care about your 20 years of loyalty. Loyalty does not show up on a balance sheet. To him, you are just an expensive line item that needs to be deleted. You have reached the dead zone of employment. You are too expensive to keep, and you are too experienced, which really means old and rigid, to be easily rehired. I want you to visualize this scene. Andy walks out of his office for the last time, holding a cardboard box. He realized something terrifying. The math does not work anymore. Let us do some survival math. Take out your calculator. Andy's stable income is now 0. His monthly expenses are $4,500. Mortgage is $2,000. Health insurance, because his company plan is gone, is $800. Food and utilities are $1,200. He checks his savings account. He has $50,000 in there. He thinks he is safe. $50,000 divided by 4,500 monthly expenses is 11 months, exactly 330 days. After that, he is a 46-year-old man competing for entry-level jobs against kids who do not need health insurance. This is the compound effect of stupidity. While Andy was busy upgrading his life, he forgot to build a moat. He built a lifestyle that requires a constant fire hose of cash. The moment the hose is turned off, the pool drains. You went wrong the moment you trusted a system that was designed to harvest you, not help you. You treated your paycheck like a destination instead of a tool. You let the banker and the boss set the rules. The government says you can retire at 65. Then 67. Soon it will be 70. Do you know why? A character chained to a giant gold coin that says government debt. Average Andy looking into a mirror. The reflection shows him wearing a prisoner's jumpsuit with a barcode on the forehead. All right, enough with the horror story. You are scared? Good. Fear is the only thing that will make a comfortable slave move. But fear without a plan is just slow-motion suicide. You need an exit strategy, and you need it yesterday. The first rule of the escape plan is to kill your lifestyle. I mean it. Take a look at your average Andy life and start cutting. That $800 car payment? Get rid of it. Buy a used car that gets you from A to B. The $5 daily latte? Gone. The status clothes? Nobody cares. You are currently in a war for your freedom. Every dollar you save by being a minimalist is not just a dollar. It is a brick in the wall to keep the boss and banker out. Now, let us talk about hard assets. Why do the banker and the government hate Bitcoin? Why do they tell you gold is old-fashioned? Because they cannot print more of it. When the government prints $1 trillion for their mistakes, your salary loses value. Your $50,000 savings account is literally melting while you sleep. Move your profit into assets they cannot dilute. I am talking about Bitcoin, gold, or high cash flow digital assets. Treat your savings like a military reserve. Step 1 is to build a 6-month war chest. This is not a savings account. This is FU money, the amount of cash you need to survive for 6 months without a job. Once you have this, the power dynamic in your office shifts. When your boss yells at you, you do not sweat, because you know you have 6 months to find a new mission. Step spend. Can you code? Can you sell? Can you create content? You need to become a sovereign individual. If you invest $1,000 a month into a hard asset with a 10% return, in 10 years you have $200,000. In 20 years, you have $760,000. That is a fortress. That is a life where you do not care. Most of you will not do it. You will see an ad for the new iPhone and your brain will melt. You will start next month. There is no next month. There is only the interest you are paying right now to a man who hates you. I remember a guy who lived like a monk for 5 years. He drove a 15-year-old Toyota. He did not go to fancy dinners. 5 years later, he quit his job. He had enough Bitcoin and cash flow to never work for a boss again. Write down one thing you are going to cancel today. One subscription, one habit, one luxury that is actually a shackle. Cut it. Move that money into an account your boss cannot touch. You are buying your soul back, $1 at a time. So, here we are at the end of the road. I have laid it all out for you. I have shown you the strings on your arms, the cage around your desk, and the fat banker laughing all the way to his private island. You now have 2 choices. Option 1 is you close this video, call me a toxic jerk, and go back to your stable life. Go back to scrolling, looking at people who are pretending to be rich while they are actually drowning in debt just like you. You can continue to believe that the government will save you, that your boss loves you, and your retirement is a pot of gold. But do not act surprised when the 45-year-old meltdown hits you like a freight train. You were warned. Option 2 is you accept the uncomfortable truth. You realize that stability is a fairy tale told to keep the slaves quiet. You start building your moat. You cut the fat, you buy the hard assets, and treat your time like a priceless resource. It is going to be lonely. Your friends will judge you. They will tell you to live a little. Let them. While they are living a little today, they are dying a lot tomorrow. You have to decide who you are. Are you a line item on a spreadsheet, or are you the one who owns the spreadsheet, master of your own world? I do not care if you like me. I would rather you spend that second thinking about your escape plan. Get to work. The door is open. The chains are actually unlocked. Get out of the cage. The system needs more average Andys anyway. Goodbye. Good luck. You are going to need it if you stay stable. End of message.